Okay, guys, here it is. Your first recap video of the voting for the first 8 matchups in our Back to Basics 64 Michael Jordan base cards from the 90s March Madness style bracket. We had 8 matchups. The voting took place on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. We give you the results today. We show you which 8 out of those 16 cards is moving on into the round of 32. And then we'll preview the matchup for the next bracket as well. So this is your first Back to Basics video. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Guys, the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel is an affiliate partner with Basketball Card Fanatic magazine. It is a true one-of-one in this hobby. It is the best and the baddest way for you to keep up with all things basketball card related. Go to bcfmag.com, bcfmag.com. Use the promo code Cajun and you'll get 10% off an annual subscription to Basketball Card Fanatic magazine. It's already too cheap. I told Adam that these things are too cheap. Go check it out. And by the way, if you want to get caught up on every single subscription, every single monthly issue in history, you can always buy past digital copies and they'll be sent straight to your email. And it's super cheap. Same thing, promo code Cajun gets you 10% off. You can thank me later. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. And as I mentioned in the intro, this is going to be me sharing with you the results of the first 8 matchups, 16 cards in the Wizards bracket. That's the top left bracket of our March Madness. It's really October Madness, Michael Jordan base card. Back to basics. And so we've got the matchups. You guys are aware of them. Here we go up here. It's in this top section. I'm going to try to minimize this. Let me go to 100 so you guys can see. We're talking about this top left quadrant. That's where your Wizards quadrant is, and we had voting on these first 8 matchups, 16 cards. Here we go. Let's go to the channel. Thank you guys so much for those of you who did vote. I tried to get the word out as good as I could, and we got a pretty sufficient quantity of votes to get a definitive answer on some of these matchups. Let's just start with matchup number 1. We were talking about the 1996 Flair Showcase, row 2. Let me zoom in a little. There you go, 1996 Flair Showcase, row 2, right? One of the 6 Flair Showcase cards we're going to see. The only Flair Showcase card you're not going to see in the Back to Basics is the 1997 row 0, which is serial number to 250. We decided that was not fair, so we kept that serial numbered card out. You won't see any serial numbered cards in here. Also, just a reminder, I probably didn't do a good job of explaining this, but this is 90s Jordan base and subset cards only. So you're not going to see 86 Fleer or Star or 87 or 88 or 89 Fleer for that matter. So 90s cards only. You will see the 1990 Fleer card amongst other Fleer cards. So 96 Fleer Showcase in a blowout. That's the row 2 right there with Jordan giving you that glamour shots, kind of fond look. And it beats the nuts and bolts, and it really wasn't close. 213 votes came in on this matchup, and Flair Showcase moves on. That is a 73-27. So if we move over to the bracket, let me get you back to 200% here so we can actually see what the hell's going on. There's your Flair Showcase. Flair Showcase is moving on, and boom, we've got it in there. Let's look at matchup number 2. Matchup number 2 was the biggest blowout. This was not close, and this is sort of what I expected. I'm not sure it would have mattered who was matched up against this 1996 EX2000. This is a big boy card. Again, we don't like to talk about value, but this is a serious MFer when it comes to the value in a PSA 10 slab. I've actually had the privilege and honor of receiving a raw copy come back from PSA as a PSA 10, and let me just tell you, I was thrilled when that happened. By the way, if you guys are grading with PSA and you have never graded with PSA before, consider using the promo code Cajun25 at checkout. Use the promo code Cajun25 to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. All right, back to basics. Card 96 EX2000 just demolishes the 96 Finest Maestros, number 127. Again, this is just not really close. That was an 89-11 victory. Again, let's zoom in on this card. I mean, is there any doubt that this bad boy was going to swing through and win this one? That was an easy one. No doubter there. No brainer. It'll be interesting in next round. I don't think either one of those cards is going to match up well with that 96 EX 2000 either, but I'm not, making these decisions. I'm not the voter. 280 votes on that one. So plenty of votes. No doubter. No brainer. Next, we got another matchup. The Flair Showcase Row 1 from 1996, card number 23, versus the 1995 Metal number 13. Of course, this Metal card we know has a silver spotlight, but that's a parallel card. That's not a subset card. It's a parallel card, but this is the true 95 Metal base number 13. It was Michael Jordan's first ever Metal base card, so we thought maybe this card would have a chance, but man, Flair Showcase is too dang strong in this matchup. 74-26. That's an M&M'er, a mismatch, as Dickie V would say, an M&M'er. 228 votes confirms the 96 Flair Showcase Row 1 is going to move through, and so let's move that bad boy into the next round as well. And we have what we suspected we might have. We have a matchup between Flair Showcase Row 2 versus Flair Showcase Row 1. That will be interesting, and that will not be a blowout. That's going to be close because those are two really good-looking cards right there. You've got your one right there. We've got our Row 2 right here. Those are two really good-looking cards. Just depends on which one goes through. I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. I'm not even going to prognosticate on that, but that'll be a cool matchup in round 2. All right, the next matchup we've got on our list, 1997 Flair Showcase Row 2. A lot of Flair Showcase in this Wizards bracket up here at the top versus the 1997 SPX die cut. And we thought Flair Showcase was invincible after looking at those first two matchups. Not the case. And in the closest voting that we had, I think people love the die cuts, as much as the ultra modern folks don't. The 258 folks that voted for it chose the SPX die cut, SPX 5, over the 1997 Flair Showcase Row 2. And so the SPX is going to move on to the next round. Here we are right here. Let's plug it in. Where are we? Boom, right there. We've got it. And again, up close, this card's undeniable. It's just unique, man. When this came out, if you can kind of go back to 1997, there wasn't anything else out there that looked like this card. This is just a very unique card, and for what it's worth, as awesome as the Flair Showcase cards are, I mean, the Flair Showcases all sort of look alike other than the 97 Row 0. So 97 SPX die cut in a relative nail biter, maybe not a nail biter, but 60-40, a little bit closer vote right there. 256 votes on this absolute complete demolition and blowout, which is, again, not surprising. We saw the 98 EX 2000. Well, this is the 97 EX 2001, and this is just a big-time card. 83% to 17%. We knew that was going to happen. If anybody knows anything about cards, we sort of knew. We saw that one coming. Let's see what that one looks like up close. There you go. There's your card right there. Really tough card to grade. You oftentimes get scratches on this surface over here. Even this image has got a big scratch right there. That's the hard part about grading this card. But the 97 EX 2000 moves through, and now we got something in round 2 here. The 97 SPX die cut versus the 97 EX 2001. That is going to be interesting. I am very anxious to see where that one goes and who will match up in the next round. That's going to be a tough one right there. Number 3 out of 8 in our voting, 253 votes. No surprise here. As much as I like the elegance and the simplicity of the Topps gallery and the close-up image of bald Jordan, we knew that anytime you get lightning or electricity, for some reason, people go nuts, right? That's just the way it is, with the scoring kings, the thunder and lightning, the other thunder and lightning, the electrified, the electrifying. There's just a bunch of really great Jordan cards that feature electricity or lightning strikes and things like that. And this electrified card really is a good-looking card. I mean, it's a subset card. This is a base card, but, if you went up to somebody and said, is this a base or an insert, and you didn't know anything else about the card, you would guess that this is an insert card. I mean, this is just one of Jordan's best-looking subset cards in the world, period. End of story. It just is. And so this one moves on quite comfortably with a 74-26 margin. Next, we've got the Emotion, and it blows out the Skybox Premium, which Skybox Premium is great because it features Jordan with his patented fadeaway move. Of course, it wasn't really his patented fadeaway move in 93. It was really more in the second three-peat in 96, 97, 98 when Jordan sort of, when his lift wasn't quite what it was in his younger years. He started to use that fadeaway to just give people a slow death, and then just nobody could contest the damn thing. I never saw anybody block the fadeaway. But this 94 Skybox Emotion wins in a 74-26. So we'll move the Skybox Emotion through. Right there, again, if you want to look at that card up close, a great looking card of Jordan. It's a horizontal card, which people tend to like, and people like Skybox as well. That is Emotion is the product. It is a Skybox manufactured product. And then the next and final matchup that we have is this Finest Sterling versus Metallized. And was this a nail? This is probably a 2 or 3 vote difference here. You're talking about the 96 Sterling versus the 1996 Metallized number 128. Again, the Metallized is a subset. A lot of people might say, hey, I picked up this really cool Jordan insert called, Metallized, but no, it's not. It's just a subset card, just like the Electrifying. But the Finest Sterling takes this one, so that gets through. Finest Sterling will move on to the next round. Where is that bad boy? Here it is. I'm not sure it matters. I don't see Finest Sterling, as badass as it is, as cool as it is, and yes, it's got coating on the picture, even though I like it the way God wanted it, which is no coating, right? It says, what? Peel the damn coating, and so that's what I think you should do. Peel the coating, slick, wipe the card down, send it in for grading, get your PSA 10, thank me later. The Sterling gets through. That's the 1996 Finest number 50. It'll match up against the 96 EX2000. So let's look at our matchups, and then we'll do a preview of next week's matchups. Remember, these YouTube voting polls are available on the Cajun Cardboard channel. You got to go to the community drop down, which is, I know, weird because nobody does that. You just get, shorts and videos, but go to community and then you'll see it on there. They come out at 9 a.m. Central this coming Monday, the Tarheels bracket. We're going to preview them in just a second. Those 8 matchups will be ready to be voted on at 9 a.m. Central on Monday, October 28th. Okay? And so EX2000 versus the Sterling. Flair Showcase versus Flair Showcase. That's just, what do you call that? Civil War right there. 96 Flair Showcase 1 versus 96 Flair Showcase Row 2. You choose. Emotion versus Electrified. This is going to be close, man. I'm telling you right now. Electrified's nice. Something about that Emotion number 100 card. I really like that card. And then another just crazy matchup. This is also going to be very, very tight. It's going to be, the 97 SPX die cut versus the 97 EX 2001. So 97 versus 97 in that one. Okay, so let's look at a preview of next week's voting matchups and what we're looking at. We're looking at the Tarheels bracket now. Okay, so I've zoomed over here. Again, if we wanted to zoom out and you can see what everything looks like, look, you get a 50%, you can see the whole damn bracket just about matched up on here. And again, I do want to give a shout out to Tyler Presnall, Ultimate Card Guides. All of the information about Tyler is going to be included in this YouTube description. Not only did Tyler come in, he's a Jordan collector just like us, but not only did he come in and create this masterpiece in about 4 minutes, no, I'm just kidding, it probably took him a few hours, but he is a wizard with Excel, but he creates these guides. These are Excel spreadsheet guides that are formattable, they're sortable, they're modifiable. You can tailor them to reflect how you collect the player. Griffey, Iverson, Kobe, Jordan, and then he's got another one that is an absolute must-have, and it's $15 each. It's an absolute must-have. It's just 90s insert sets. You guys have got to go check these out. I don't get 1 penny from this. This is my way of repaying Tyler for doing all of the hard work. I said, Tyler, here's what I got. Boom, I sent it to him. And then this monster masterpiece spreadsheet comes back. And so Tyler deserves a ton of the credit for this Back to Basics project that we're looking at, and especially the spreadsheet that we're looking at. Go check out his guides, $15 a piece. It's way too cheap. I told him it's too cheap. You can figure out how to order those in the description to this very video. Again, Tyler with Ultimate Card Guides. 93 Finest versus 94 Tops Embossed. I think I know who's going to come out of that one, as long as we don't have a green copy of the 93 Finest. Okay, so that's a good-looking copy right there. Not bad. No greening. 92 Upper Deck Champ versus 90 Fleer. You're talking about, listen to me, these are two very inexpensive cards, but you're talking about some of the best images of Michael Jordan on any cards. This is the 97, 98. I didn't take the error, right? There's an error version of this card as well. It says in your face down the left-hand side, and it's got two-time slam dunk champion, 97 and 98, where Jordan was rocking the cradle coming up over the other side on a reverse dunk. And then it's got the ball kind of blasting through the glass down there in the bottom right. And that's going up against what a lot of people think is Jordan's best looking Fleer image, which is this 1990 Fleer. Now, we know this is one of the most graded cards in the world, but remember, we're throwing out pricing, pop, print run, all of that type of stuff, importance of the product, price of the packs. We're throwing all that stuff out. I just want you guys to vote with your eyeballs. Which of these looks the best? Next matchup, we're back to Flair Showcase. No 97 row zero, because remember, even the base 97 row zero was serial number 250. This is the 96 row zero, number 23, versus the 93 Stadium Club number 1. And I think this is the triple double, is it not? Yeah, so this is the triple double card. Down here in the bottom right, it gives you a date for every time Jordan got a triple double in that particular season. I believe that was the season where their point guard got hurt and Jordan had to run the point, and he got like 8 triple doubles in 10 games. A lot of people don't know that. People are like, triple doubles, triple doubles. Well, Jordan could have had the most triple doubles of all time without any hesitation if, his coaches had just decided, hey, I'm going to play you a point guard. So let me see. For some reason, I feel like my camera, there we go. Sometimes okay, that's better. Oh boy, big time matchup here. We've got the 1990, the inaugural, the very first Skybox number 41, which was way ahead of its time, versus the 93 Stadium Club Frequent Flyers. I gotta like the 90 Skybox in that matchup. I think 90 Skybox is going to be a powerhouse in this bracket over here. It's going to be a serious problem. The 90 Skybox is a very interesting card. Now, I can't just talk about it and not show you, but here's your card right there. This brings back memories for me. This is the first time that I remember collecting basketball cards, was the year that these Skybox cards came out, because they weren't that expensive, and I just thought these cards were really different. Nobody had ever seen anything like this, with just a bunch of artistic weirdo stuff in the background. I wish I had started collecting in 86 so I could pick up some of those 86 Fleer, but really 90 Skybox and 89 Hoops was the first time I remember buying basketball cards. Versus that Frequent Flyers. Next, we got Skylights versus 1991 Upper Deck number 44. And so here we go. We got the Skylights. This is another good-looking card right there with the City of Chicago in the background, versus the 1991 Upper Deck card number 44 right here. You can see Paxson back there. You can see AC Green's Virgin Body right there next to him. And then down here, we've got 92 Stadium Club number 1, Jordan's first Stadium Club card right here. And this is going to be a problem. I like this card to be in the final 2 that come out of this bracket. I think this is an Elite 8 card, people. I'm not trying to influence anybody. I have no dog in this hunt. But, I mean, dude, you've got Paxson again in the background. Mark Jackson, one of the top 10 all-time assist leaders. And then you got the great Patrick Ewing, the Hoya Destroyer, really getting nutted on by the great Michael Jordan, using him as a vault. And then Earthshakers is just unfortunately in a really rough matchup in that first round. That's going to be a tough matchup in the first round. Earthshakers is a good-looking subset card, but going up against Jordan's first Stadium Club card, where he's yamming on Ewing's face, is going to be really tough. Where am I? Okay, yeah, so I got a couple more matchups. The Ultra Effort, 1996 Ultra Effort number 143 is a platinum medallion version of this card. And then 96 Hoops Finish. I think this is going to be the closest matchup in round 1. I'll be quite honest with you. Here's what the Ultra Effort looks like. Real clean, borderless Jordan card right there, versus the Big Finish. This is a card that I tell people, it reminds me of like strawberry, Yoo-Hoo, or strawberry Nesquik or something like that. It just looks like a strawberry background, but you got freaking light beams coming out of Jordan's heart, and then there's a big strawberry swirl in the background. So interesting card right there, like a Valentine's card or something like that. And it says the Big Finish, TWSS. The Big Finish subset card right there. Good looking card. That's card number 176 from 1996 Hoops. And then the last matchup, this ain't easy either, because, the Finest Gold is going to be formidable. Another card that's definitely got a chance to come out of this Tar Heels bracket. This is the Finest Gold. It says Foundations across the top. It is a very hard card to find centered. It's also a card that you better peel that coating off if you want to see the true value and the true aesthetics of the card. And then the 1991 second year Skybox, and there was a couple of Skybox cards. Well, actually, there's a ton of Skybox cards printed of Jordan in 1991. This is the only one that's even close. A lot of them actually feature Jordan with other people. Jordan with the Pippen, Jordan with the Bulls, Jordan with Magic Johnson. And as we said in the outset when I did the intro video, if you missed that, you can go check it out last week. No dual cards. So every card features just Jordan. Now, you may have guys in the background, but like it can't be the Jordan Magic, 1991 Skybox card. That doesn't count. Or a Jordan Pippen subset card. That doesn't count. So that's it, guys. Those are your matchups for next week. The voting for those 8 matchups and those 16 cards, so we can see who moves on to the round of 32, will be available on Monday at 9 a.m. Central on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, the same channel you're watching now. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button on this video. To vote on this next round of 16 cards, 8 matchups, Monday morning, you will have to go to the community tab. So go to the channel, go find the community tab, wherever that is. I didn't know where it was either, to be honest with you. You'll see all of the polls. I'll try to make this available on Instagram. If you guys don't mind, if it's not too much trouble, instead of you sending me money or PayPal or supporting the channel or donating, just pass this along. Just send this video to somebody and say, hey, this is a pretty cool deal. It's going to take us about 7 weeks to find a champion, and we want to know who the hobby thinks is the best looking, just pure aesthetics, best looking Michael Jordan base card from the 90s. Just take this video, hit the share button, and then send that link to somebody by text or email, somebody else on the hobby that cares about Michael Jordan cards. That would be a great way to help support the channel, and hopefully those folks will subscribe. The channel is growing at a pretty preposterous rate right now, which is really shocking and flattering to me. So that is a testament to you guys. I've got a big mouth. You guys know that. I never stop talking. You guys got a big mouth too, because you guys are spreading the word and supporting the Cajun Cardboard channel and passing along some of the shorts, some of the reels, some of these voting polls, some of the ideas, some of the projects that we're doing on the channel with the Back to Basics and the Michael Jordan hierarchy. We've got some really, really, really good stuff scheduled in the upcoming weeks. You guys are seeing these collector spotlights. I'm bringing on some of the best of the best. 2 of the greatest Michael Jordan collectors that ever lived came on the channel, Nat Turner and Lou Costabile. I've got another, maybe the biggest dealer in the world right now when it comes to 1990s inserts and parallels, Grant Slayton, coming on this week as well. It's just one hit after another. I'm basically like Hall & Oates from the 80s. Like everything I put out is a hit. Not because I'm as, just like beautiful and wonderful as Daryl Hall or John Oates, but because the guests that I come on do the selling. I am just an idiot asking a bunch of softball questions, but I bring on people that everybody needs to and wants to hear from. So that is the talent. I'm just the dude that's asking the dumb questions that talks too fast. So Collector Spotlight, some really, really, it's been really well received. And so if you guys are new to that, there is a playlist on the channel where you can go check that out directly as well. So again, subscribe, like, comment. I want engagement. I want votes. I want to get over 300 votes this next week. I think it's cool. I think it's going to build momentum. Let's work our way down to the final 4, pick 2, pick 1, and then we'll crown a champion. And when I say we, I mean we. And I'll be honest with you, I forgot to vote, which is embarrassing. I didn't even vote on my own polls. And it could have swung one of them because it was 51-49 vote. Every vote matters, right? You hear that all the time. So this is some voting that we can vote and not hate each other, right? We have this thing called a U.S. presidential election coming up where both sides just hate each other, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better, to quite honest with you. It's actually getting worse. But this is something where we can vote. It's a democracy. Everybody can give their opinion, and nobody needs to feel threatened because everybody's voting for the stuff that they love. And it's Jordan. It's just a big Jordan love fest. So that's kind of stuff that you want to see on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget Monday, 9 a.m. Central, community, YouTube, Cajun Cardboard. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.